Hey guys, so I'm testing out this platform. We're going to see if this works with the lasers running. So hopefully you all can hear me well enough. So the other thing is the Gnome camera won't let me. So I want to give you guys those first before I put myself super duper tiny and you can't see the paint colors. I have, let's see, 8 colors I use on this one. So for the mouse, I used, I can't read backwards, steel gray. So, yep, just on the mouse. His shoes, I use navy blue. His body, I used French lilac. The ballet shoes, the slippers, I used crushed coral. For the gnome, for his nose and his hands, I used cool bisque. For the crowns, I use yellow orchid. I can never say that word right. Orc, orc. Yeah, I'll Google it and Google will tell me. And then for his hat and his drum, I used sky blue. And then, of course, for his beard, anything pretty much that's white, I use the vintage white. So those are the colors that I've used, and I didn't set up my space. I will. There. I'm hoping this works. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'd push that up. All the lasers, the air compressors, the fans, because I don't have air conditioning in here. So I have a bunch of fans and then like a portable cooler. So everything is going. And then my Nutcracker is actually upside down to me so that he's right side to you guys. So I'll be flipping him around all over the place just because I don't know how easy it's going to be to paint upside down. So this is messy, dirty, all over the place. But I wanted to come on here and paint with you guys some more before I got busy with my weekend. So we're going to test this out. If it works, yay, I'll be here more. If not, I'm going to find another way and we're going to make this work. Like I'm trying to test all of these things. I just don't know which one is going to work. So in the meantime, I'm going to flip you to the big screen so you guys can see the gnome and I'll start painting. So you should still hopefully be able to hear me. Usually the first, and I'm going to try to do my best to like stay in frame. That's really hard. I have to pay attention over here so that I can make sure I'm still in frame. And I'm going to turn you guys so that you're not like really awkward, but then that kills my, okay. So normally I always just put this first. It's just easier for me to deal with, and then I don't have to paint the bottom. But on some of them, you have to pay attention. Like the slot could be offset. So if you turned it this way, you might not line it up right. So make sure it's lined up right. This guy, I think he's pretty center, so you'll be okay with that. Also, keep in mind that if you get paint like on his slots down here, it's going to thicken up. So you might have to sand some of that paint off for him to fit in the slot. So with that, yes, pretty much always, I always lay out my colors and then put pieces in front based on what color we're using. So I'd like put all my navies over here for his shoes. Let's see what color is. Oh, I forgot a brown. Which brown did I use? Okay, so the brown, hopefully, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's roasted pecan. So that's just for the drumsticks. We'll move his little hands over, his nose over. That's yellow. That's yellow. These guys, it really doesn't matter. Well, I think I'll start with the blue. Yeah, we'll start with the blue on the drum because the mouse, then we'll do the gray because the mouse's ears are pink as well. These are spacers, and when you guys see the labels on the back, you'll see the instructions that anything with the X's usually are spacers. So these hold up his hands on the side like that if you're new to my kits. So those, they don't get painted, just set them off to the side somewhere. Crown, this is a purple, shoes are pink, so we'll put all those together. And then this is yellow and blue, and then this is purple. So, see, like I said, it's upside down, sorry. Let's start with purple. Yeah, let's start with the purple. Let me grab some magic erasers. I didn't bring any over. I ran out. I was painting the subscription kit for July earlier, and I used them all on that. So these are just magic erasers I've sliced up. And if you've been with me for a little bit, you know I prefer them. I use them at the makeup sponges as well, but I like the way the magic erasers give me the coverage on the paints that I use. But be forewarned, it's a magic eraser, so it does disintegrate kind of in your hands as you're painting. So that is a thing. I'm hoping you guys can really see. Let me pull this over. Maybe that might be a little bit. That's really shiny. Maybe next time I'll use a plate. So I just dab a little bit and then just start covering. So yeah. And this is why I like the magic erasers. They go on super quick. The coverage I feel is pretty decent. Like it's overall even. I am using, like I said, if you've been with me for a minute and watched my videos, you know that normally I use my own colors that I've gotten from Home Depot. And then I add like a chalk additive to it. So I make it more like a thicker paint. I prefer the thicker paints because for me, you can always thin it versus thickening it. And I prefer the coverage on the MDF that way. I can do this little guy really quick because it's just one little tiny piece. It wants to come out. White, let's do white because white takes a second to dry. Look at that. My dog hasn't even been here in a minute, and it follows me everywhere. The dog hair. I have to remember, you guys are upside down. I tried Googling to see if there was like a way to change the camera to flip it. I don't know if I just don't have the fancy new system, and so that camera doesn't do it, but it's a Canon. I don't know if that makes a difference. And it's supposed to be the one that, all the talking head YouTubers use, but we've had it for a couple years, so it's an older model. you guys see like the browning? I don't know if you can see that right now, but that is from when it gets cut. And if that gives you like freaks you out a little bit, it doesn't bother me. But if it worries you, you can always take a wipe. Like I keep wipes, diaper, just regular old Walmart Parents' Choice wipes on hand, and you can wipe around the edges. Same thing goes for like the engraved pieces. Like you can kind of see the browning around him. Um, I've got my settings pretty dialed in on my laser, but sometimes that happens. And you can just wipe it and it will come clean. I need somebody to talk to. If I don't know what to say to you guys, if somebody's not talking to me, ask me questions. Hopefully, if this works out, then I can go live next time and we can play together because that's what I really want. I want to play. Perfect. See, not the neatest crofter. Okay. Let's do this one because this color always takes multiple coats. Set him aside to dry for a second. The yellow might take a couple. I haven't even opened this one. Are you guys ready for the Christmas in July sale? Like it's coming. I set everything up. Don't hate me for all the emails you're going to be getting, but I just want to make sure you see them because a lot of times they don't get opened and you guys miss out on sales. And I know if I want something and it goes on sale, I want to know it's on sale. Does anybody have any fun plans for the 4th? The hubby planned, he's a weirdo. He won't get on a horse, but he'll like build the fastest truck he can and go down the quarter mile. But he won't get on a horse. So he set up a riding experience for me and my daughter. So that's going to be fun. Over in the Tetons, we're going to take a couple of days off this weekend and go over to the Tetons and just explore. The 4th of July was my grandmother's favorite holiday. and she actually passed away on the 4th of July. So she had dementia, so she wouldn't have known any better. But if like her mind was still there, she would have been in her happy place. Let's see if we can get this. Cool. I don't know, guys. It's gonna be tiny. All over my fingers. There's a disintegrated piece of the. There it is. This is what I mean by. I don't know if you can see that. It's gonna focus. I don't know why it's not doing that. But the disintegrating pieces of the magic eraser. So that might deter you from them, but be forewarned that that's normal and it happens. Oh, I didn't open this one either. Let's see how far up. Like a lump in my mat. Let's see what else is blue. Is that all that was blue? I'm gonna wait for it to dry. Oh, that was loud. This is why I have white too. Again, not the neatest crafter. Messy, always messy. I'm a lefty and my water's on the wrong side. That blends in with the foil. Okay. Okay, see how I painted right over him? Not too concerned. Well, I guess you almost can't see. Um, because I can come back in here and clean him up. Do it again. Come back in, clean him up. And if it's in bigger spaces like lettering and you do that, you can always come in with a super wet brush and kind of like mop out the paint. Remember, stay in the frame, guys. The shoes probably would have been better with the sponge or magic eraser, at least for me. I'm super quick with that. And then I can come back in and detail. guy I'm not going to add like any special details to, just because this is a test and I want to see if you guys can hear me. And I just heard my laser beep, and so I have to go switch that out. So let's put this guy together. I'm doing this upside down, so don't laugh. Or laugh, because it might be funny. Sorry guys, I gotta turn him around to his feet. Hopefully it's center. We gotta have this guy right set up for me so I can see his head. Oh, drumsticks. And this one, because there's so many holes, you can either find your place first. Can you see that? Or you can kind of paint him the spacers to put his hands. You can paint the spacers so that you can like blend in more. There he is. Of course, there's a stand. So hopefully you guys could hear me and this worked out, and don't leave my brushes in the water. I'm really bad about that. That's why I buy the cheap brushes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if this works out, then I'll be on here more to paint and play with you guys. Might even surprise you subscribers with like a live craft. That would be super fun for me and you, I'm sure. Get to know some more crafters and just have fun overall, because that's the whole point. So there we are. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon.